Live from the 412, it's Platt's point of view, y'all. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Platt's Point of View. I know I've been gone for a minute, a little hiatus, but I'm back, and this is the NBA Draft Preview Show, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. Due to COVID-19, this year's NBA Draft will be virtual and held at ESPN Studios in Bristol, Connecticut. Commissioner Adam Silver and Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum will announce the selections for the first and second rounds. Many of the top draft picks will appear virtually, which is going to be different, but it's cool. This year's draft is not really superstar heavy, but it's always ballers, and it's a lot of guys that I like, and I think they're going to help a lot of NBA teams contribute. So let's get started with the point guards. First up, we got LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball is about 6'7", 180. He averaged 17 points a game, 7 rebounds and 6 assists in the Australian League. His last game, he had a triple-double. He's a tall point guard with length. He's very savvy with crazy fundamentals. He has Jason Kidd-type passing skills. He's got to work on his defense and his shot selection, but overall, he's a certified playmaker with a lot of potential. LaMelo Ball is probably going to be a star, y'all. I think he can handle it. Next up, one of my sleeper guys. Well, he's not a sleeper. Just a lot of people ain't talking about him. He's rated as the number 2 point guard on the draft board. Tyrese Halliburton from Iowa State. He's about 6'5", about 170, 175. This past season, he averaged 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. 2.5 steals for the Iowa State Cyclones. He's a 41% three-point shooter. He shot 50% from the floor. He has good point guard size. He's long and very efficient. He's sneaky quick with a nice first step. He takes real good care of the ball with a 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. He has a smooth all-around game. Tyrese Halliburton. He's going to be a good point guard in the league for years to come. Trust me. Also, another guy at the point guard spot to watch out for, Cole Anthony from the University of North Carolina. Cole Anthony's about 6'3", 190. This past season, he averaged 18 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. He shot 38% from the floor, was a 34% three-point shooter. Cole Anthony, he's a tough, fearless, score-first point guard with NBA bloodlines. His dad is former New York Knicks point guard Greg Anthony. But Cole Anthony, he's got to improve his shot selection and over-penetrating. With good coaching and work on that, his dad was a former NBA point guard. I think he's in good hands. He'll be a good player in the NBA. My sleeper at the point guard position is my favorite player of this draft, Cassius Winston from Michigan State. He's about 6'1", 200 pounds. This past season, he averaged 18 points, 5 assists, 1.2 steals, shot 44% from the floor, 43% three-point shooter. He's a highly decorated point guard out of the University of Michigan State. He's battle-tested. He plays the game at different speeds. He's a good three-point shooter. He can be flashy sometimes, but he's a true coach on the floor. Unselfish, savvy floor general, superb vision and awareness. Cassius Winston will be a steal for whatever team drafts him. That's my guy, man, Cassius Winston. I'm hoping the Lakers pick him, but whatever. Cassius Winston, though, remember, keep an eye on him. He's going to be a sleeper and shock a lot of people in the NBA. Let's move on to the shooting guard position. Shooting guard, the top guy, Anthony Edwards out of Georgia. He's probably going to be the number 1 pick, I think. 6'5", 225. He's built like a linebacker, for crying out loud. Now, 19 points per game, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1.3 steals. He's an ultra-explosive, athletic two-guard with superstar potential written all over him. He's a solid playmaker. He's an excellent scorer off the dribble. He was coached up by former Marquette coach Tom Crean at the University of Georgia, and I think Anthony Edwards is explosive, and he's probably going to be the Rookie of the Year more than likely. So keep an eye on Anthony Edwards. Another shooting guard to watch out for, Devin Vassell from Florida State. He's about 6'7", $190. This past season, averaged 12 points a game, 5 rebounds, shot 49% from the floor and 41% from three-point range for Leonard Hamilton, Coach Leonard Hamilton in the Florida State Seminoles. He's an elite defender. He can beat you with his shooting from all over the floor. Kind of reminds me of Allen Houston a little bit. He has range, a 7-foot wingspan. He's versatile with a solid mid-range game. Devin Vassell out of Florida State, y'all. Sleeper at the 2 guard position. How about Desmond Bane out of TCU? He's 6'6", 215. This past season, he averaged 16 points, 3 assists, shot 45% from the floor, was a 44% three-point shooter. Desmond Bane is a strong, hard-working 2 guard with a high basketball IQ. He's a pure knockdown shooter. His shot is kind of unorthodox, but he's gritty, rough, and tough. He's an energetic defender. Keep an eye on Desmond Bane. Let's go to small forwards. So far as small forwards go, we got a foreign prospect, Denny Avdija from the EuroLeague over there in Israel. About 6'9", 215. This past season, he averaged 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. He was the 2020 Israeli League MVP. He's a smooth playmaking combo forward with guard skills. NBA scouts are very high on this guy. He blew away the Golden State Warriors when he worked out for them recently. Some say he's the next Detlef Schrempf or Hedo Turkoglu. And also, I have talked to former standout, Iowa State and Shinley standout DeAndre Kane, who played in the Israeli League with this guy, and he told me Denny is the truth. So I'm going to take his word, and I think Denny's on his way. So don't be surprised if he has an outburst, and he's on the rise like a Luka Doncic in the next couple years. So keep an eye on Denny. Denny's coming. Next up, Patrick Williams out of Florida State. 6'8", 225. This past season, he averaged 9 points, 4 rebounds, shot 45% from the floor, 32% three-point shooter. Williams is a pure offensive machine who can create shots for himself and others. He's a combo forward with major upside. A lot of people's not talking about him, but I think he's going to be another small forward that should be a force to be reckoned with in the NBA. A sleeper at the small forward spot, Jordan Enora from Louisville. He's about 6'8", 225. This past season, he averaged 18 points, 7 rebounds, shot 44% from the floor, 40% three-point shooter. He's a talented, multi-dimensional scorer. 6'10" wingspan. He's a very solid spot-up shooter. He plays aggressive offensively, and he scores in bunches. I remember watching him at the Peterson Event Center against the Pitt Panthers, and he pretty much held his own. So, yes, keep an eye on him, too. Let's go to the power forward position. The power forward, the number 1 guy, Obi Toppin out of Dayton. 6'9", 220. This past season, he averaged 20 points a game, 7 rebounds, 1.2 blocks, shot 63% from the floor. He was a 39% three-point shooter. This guy is super athletic with a 7'2" wingspan. He's very exciting. He plays above the rim. He's a highlight reel. He's very efficient and dynamic. He's a decent shot blocker, and he can shoot the 3. Obi Toppin, he reminds me of a young Amari Stoudemire. You remember a young Amari Stoudemire. He was dunking all over everybody in Phoenix. So, yeah, Obi Toppin should be holding his own in the NBA. Next up, another guy that I really liked for this draft at the power forward spot. I'm talking about Precious Achiuwa out of Memphis. He's about 6'9", 225. This past season, he averaged 15 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks, shot 49% from the floor. Achiuwa is a very physical player with a non-stop motor. He has a quick first step. He has nice slashing skills. He attacks the rim like he's angry. Precious Achiuwa was highly touted with Memphis and Penny Hardaway in that class, and I think he's another guy that should be a good player in the NBA. My sleeper at this position, I'm talking about Killian Tilly from Gonzaga. I love this guy. 6'10", 220. This past season, he averaged 13 points a game, 5 rebounds, 1 steal. He shot 53% from the floor, was a 40% three-point shooter, 75% foul shooter. He's a perfect stretch 4 with a very polished offensive game with a nice touch. He doesn't shy away from defense. He has a very good feel for the game. Some scouts say he's the next Danilo Gallinari. I really like Killian Tilly, y'all. Yeah. So let's move on to the center position. We got at the center spot, we got James Wiseman. Very good center, James Wiseman, he is. James Wiseman, 7 feet, 240 pounds. This past season, he averaged 19 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks for the Memphis Tigers in limited play. You know what happened with the Penny Hardaway scandal or whatever, but he's still a highly touted big man with some serious physical tools. He can face up or play with his back to the basket. He has a 7'6" wingspan. He's a very good rim protector. His size and length is very, very intriguing. He reminds me of a taller Chris Bosh / Hassan Whiteside. James Wiseman has a possibility of being the #1 pick. We shall see. Another guy at the center spot, Filip Petrusev out of Gonzaga. He's about 6'11", 235. This past season, he averaged 17 points, 7 rebounds, and shot 56% from the floor. He's a mobile big who can score inside or out. He shows excellent touch around the hoop. He has solid footwork with good low post moves. He slips screens for easy baskets. And he can face up and hit the mid-range jumper. He just got to be a little bit more physical and tough. You know, he got pushed around a little bit, but for the most part, I think he can hold his own in today's NBA because he can shoot, and you're going to have to respect that. The guy's good. My sleeper at the center position, I talked about this guy on Platt's Point of View a few months ago, and I kept an eye on him, and he's starting to shoot up draft boards. Nathan Knight out of William & Mary. 6'10", 248. This past season, he averaged 20 points a game, 10 rebounds, 1 block, shot 52% from the floor, and for a big man is a 77% foul shooter, which is good. He runs the floor very well. He plays very aggressive. He's a decent shot blocker. He's very nimble with good footwork. He has a nice jumper for a big man, a 7'2" wingspan, and he was very productive and efficient throughout his college career. The only knock, he has to avoid foul trouble. Next up, we got some sleepers for y'all too, man. Some draft sleepers. Got a couple guys I'm going to shed some light on. So the first guy, you check out Malachi Flynn out of San Diego State. He's 6'1", about 170, 17 points per game, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. He's a pure pick-and-roll guard who gets downhill fast. He's a slick, reliable scorer on all 3 levels, sneaky quick, has a nice floater, and he uses a lot. He sees the floor extremely well. He's a nice 3-point shooter off the dribble, and he's a precise passer. Another guy, Peyton Pritchard. I love me some Peyton Pritchard, man. Oh, they lucky the tournament didn't go down. Peyton Pritchard, 6'2", 203-pound point guard. He averaged 20 points per game, 5 assists, shot 46% from the floor, 41% from 3-point range. Hey, man, check this out. Peyton Pritchard is a fearless, competitive lead guard. He's a dynamic scorer with a high motor who plays with moxie. He has a nice step-back jumper. He has range way beyond the 3-point line. He sees the floor very well, and he's a big-time shot maker. Whichever team get him, they're going to fall in love with Peyton Pritchard. He's a certified gamer. Another guy, center power forward Daniel Aturu out of Minnesota. He's 6'10", 240. This past season, he averaged 20 points per game, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks, shot 56% from the floor, and 36% from 3-point range. He's a strong, aggressive big with length. He's a pure shot blocker. He has nice touch on his shot. He can step out and hit threes occasionally. He has soft hands, and he has a high motor, and he plays very, very hard. Another guy that we're going to shed light on, and I love this guy too. You just got to get more out of him. Jaden McDaniels. Jaden McDaniels is about 6'9.5" out of the University of Washington, and he should come in and he should do fairly well. Jaden McDaniels is a versatile, Jaden McDaniels is a versatile scoring forward with shades of Kevin Durant sprinkled all in his game. He's a very intriguing prospect. Some say a late bloomer. He's had a few attitude issues at Washington. I mean, that was probably due to the underachieving season the Huskies had. He has a mean pull-up jumper from 15 to 20 feet. Jaden McDaniels is a finesse player with great length and good ball handling skills. He needs to work on better shot selection, and McDaniels, he's going to have to hit the weight room to withstand the stronger guys he's going to face in the NBA this upcoming season. Jaden McDaniels has all the tools to be a productive NBA player, but for a player that was so highly touted out of high school, his production was light, and it's got people like me and others starving for more. But if you want an NBA comparison, I'd say Rashard Lewis, Jonathan Isaac for the Orlando Magic. So Jaden McDaniels, keep an eye on him, man, because I got a funny feeling he's definitely going to make some noise in the NBA this year and be a key contributor for a quality team. And That's the NBA draft preview, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and check it out. Thanks a lot, guys. Check us out on the next Platts Point of View. Thank you.
CJ on the